In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best VR games. Here's our tier list, and we're going to start off with the classics. Alright, so Beat Saber is, I think, the first game I ever bought on in VR. I'm not good at this game at all. I played like 6 hours into it, so like I'm not even close to expert and whatever. But I think overall, I'm gonna give this game, I don't know, man. Like with all the updates, that's pretty good. They're maintaining this game. So let's rank this a solid B. I don't really like Beat Saber that much. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna rank it lower though. It's not about what I like. It's about how good I think the game is itself. So actually, now I've probably changed my mind. It's probably gonna be like an A. All right, next up is Half-Life Alyx. So everyone knows this game. It's a pretty good game, all right. Revolutionary. It is basically one of the first AAA games. The shooting feels great. The story is awesome. The characters and like pretty much everything about it screams quality and all that kind of stuff. So for most people, it's probably gonna be an S without a doubt. Yeah, look at that. For me though, I don't know, man, because like for me it was a good game. There's something about it that didn't want me coming back to it. So it's between an S and an A, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna just, you know what, I'm just gonna know that. I'm just gonna put it right between here and see if that still holds up. So let's move on to Boneworks now. Boneworks is an experimental VR physics action adventure game. There you go. That's what it is. It's all about physics and using guns and using your hands to like parkour and all that kind of good stuff. Just watch this gameplay. You can smash pretty much anything. You can interact with everything in this game. It has this like little what do you call it, puzzle style, and I really like that in games. I mean, of course, in my opinion, there are some things that are lacking. So sometimes it can get a little buggy. The story is actually really great. If you guys watch some of the YouTube videos. And I do highly suggest you guys watch some YouTube videos about it. Boneworks, we're gonna give it a solid A. I think Onward is either the second game I bought ever on VR or like the first one. Onward, man, that's like it's an awesome game. Military simulation, paced tactical multiplayer shooter. It's really realistic, honestly. Sometimes it's a little too realistic, and that can hinder the ranking of this. Onward is gonna be a solid, I don't know. Games are always full, especially nowadays. Right here, between B and A. All right, let's just do that. All right, so we're almost done with the classics here. And maybe you guys don't even know what this game is. Yo, Robo Recall, that's a really good game. Like, I like how you can like grab the bullets and like throw them back. And you can like kind of, yeah, you can do that. You can basically grab the people and just smash them all over the place and whatever. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Give it a good C. It was enjoyable, but nothing really to come back to. Next one is Super Hot VR. You feel like so cool playing this game. You basically time moves when you move. So like if you start moving around, then the enemies are in red, they start coming after you and whatever. It's a really cool concept. It was on PC. They imported it into VR, and it works great. Honestly, it feels great. I'm gonna give it automatic B. I think this is an easy B because yeah, there are some things missing to it. In my opinion, it's a little too like, yeah, cool concept, but like they should build up on it a little bit more. I'm talking like high, I'm talking in like high quality standards. But obviously it's a great game. And then we got Minecraft in VR. And oh, speaking about which, if you guys want to know how to play Minecraft in VR, make sure you go click this video up here in the card. Because there's a way you can do that. Yep, and I made a video on how to do that. Okay, let's just put it like between D and C, just because you have to use like a third party in order to do this, and I explained that in the video. It's not the best working, but it works pretty great, and you can like customize some controls. Let's just go with D, honestly. Otherwise, I'm gonna have nothing in D. I already know what all the games are. I'm gonna have nothing in D. All right, this is Demio. All right, enough with the classics. Now we're gonna move on to basically some Quest 2 games. So for you Quest 2 owners who are like, okay, well, I don't have a PC, but I wonder if he's gonna rank any Quest 2 games. Yes. Right, from here on, we're gonna rank some games that you can purchase yourself. All these games, in my opinion, are games that everyone has to have because they're so awesome. But how do they stand up against these bad boys? I mean, that's the question of this video, pretty much. So Demio, let's rate Demio. Demio is a, how would I describe Demio? It's a monster-infested dungeon crawler that immerses players in the classic fantasy of RPG genre. I know it looks really boring, whatever, but dude, this game is so fun, man. I played it, especially if you play like with friends who also have the game. This game is so fun. You can spend hours on this game. I didn't realize how hooked you can get in this game. It's fun. It can get repetitive. I mean, they do have a different game mode, but there are some things that needs to be added. Oh, actually, I never made a video about it. But there are a few things that have to be fixed and have to be added, in my opinion. More maps. You know, give us like the freedom to have more maps. It was a solid B compared to these games. I mean, my opinion is an S, but compared to these games, I can't rate it that high. All right, next one is Larsnauts. All right, so this game had a flop. Yeah, a pretty bad flop at the beginning, but nonetheless, the developers are updating this game. I contacted the developers myself. They're updating this game constantly, and they have like I think they have manual reload now, so that's pretty cool. And the game is actually really fun. It's kind of like Valorant mixed with like Counter-Strike. I actually enjoy it a lot. Like, this game is probably one of my favorites, so it goes up because of that reason. But as a game though, I don't know, man. People said it was pretty bad. Other than all the bugs that they have, yeah, the bugs kind of bring it down a lot. All right, let's do a solid B. All right, I'll do a solid B. Tell me what you guys think. I'm open to what you guys think. This is Thrill of the Fight. So this is basically a boxing game, obviously, from what we can see. Nothing much to it, and it's a pretty basic game. This is a cool game because you can get like better at. So I like sports in VR, and I'm gonna show some more sports. But with sports in VR, you don't think about this, but you can actually like, get better at the actual sport. So even in this game, it's a good workout, but I'm gonna put this a D. All right, next we got Swarm. Now I did everything wrong with Swarm. If you guys want to go check that out, but otherwise, if you've seen that video, or if you haven't, I'm just gonna say, actually I'm not gonna say it, so you guys have to go watch it. But because of those reasons, I'm gonna rate it B. All right, I think it's a good B. So let me move Onward up actually, because compared to these games, Onward I think is a little bit better. There's a lot of B's. All right, the next one is gonna be Upategrad. It's a really cool concept. I love the fact that you're like going up into space and like you're in space. It's really cool at first, but then it gets kind of boring. The puzzles can be a little bit hard. It can be a little bit challenging, but the concept is so cool that I think it's a solid C. There's some games that I didn't put on this list because they just weren't good enough for the ranking system, for this ranking chart. So already that this game is up here is pretty good. I mean, compared to these games, it's not the best. All right, next we have Down the Rabbit Hole. This game, my girlfriend wanted me to buy this for her so she can play with it because she thought it was pretty cool. It's basically like an Alice in Wonderland. It's an Alice in Wonderland VR experience. I'm gonna ask my girlfriend what she thinks about this. So let's hear her opinion on this. What up, fam? I need you to rank this S out of D. What would you rank this game, Down the Rabbit Hole?
An A.
An A. Yeah, I played it too. It's a pretty good game. She's right. All right, thank you. That's all I needed from you.
Bye.
All right, let's move on to the next game, which is Walkabout Mini Golf. So if you guys want to win some giveaway codes for this awesome game, Mini Golf, I'm not just saying that. I actually think this is a good game. I'm going to be ranking it right now. I'm going to be telling you guys how good this game is. Then you just have to subscribe because I'm gonna make a video about it and I'm gonna say how you can enter into the giveaway if you guys want it. There's probably not gonna be that many people like joining in, so if you join in, guys, think about it. You're gonna have a high chance of winning. Yeah, so all you have to do is just subscribe. It really feels like you're playing putt-putt, basically. You actually have to have some skill in this game. I know, like, you'll be surprised by how real this feels even in VR. So just for that, I think I'm gonna give it. I mean, it's a good game too. It's the maps are really creative. There's like tons of maps too. You can play online. Man, okay, yeah, I'm getting this a solid A. Then VR Adventures. This is the new game. This is also given to me, and I have some giveaway codes, but you guys only have to subscribe. Yada yada. So Then VR Adventures is a new game. Third-person game. Is pretty much like Lucky's Tale. If you guys OG Rift players, if you guys know what that is. And you're VR, you're like the camera basically, and you're watching this guy, and you can control Ven. His name is Ven. You can control him, do different stuff. So it's a platformer. I was surprised by how good this game. I mean, already just by looking at the trailer, like, dude, this game looks awesome. Like, the worlds are really cool. They have like tons of effects and lights and all that cool stuff. But when you actually play it, it's even better. The story is pretty nice. And there's just a couple things about this game that honestly kind of downgrade it from a solid S. It downgrades it to like a B. You can't like move your camera, so there's no option to like move and follow the camera, which is like yourself, to Ven. and there's no way to like, you only have to stand up or like crouch down like this in order to get a good view of Ven. Sometimes he's like so far that you're like literally like from here he's like all the way over where the bed is, and so for that reason it's pretty low. But other than that, the effects and the story is pretty cool. All right, the next game is Dash Dash World. He knows this game. This game is awesome. This game is pretty much like Mario Kart in VR, in a 3D world. And then you can like shoot in this game, and you can like rank up. Like there's a lot of good things about this game, and it makes me want to come back to it every time I play. There are a few things that downgrade it. I don't know what it is. Like I wouldn't know how to describe it, but because of those reasons that I can't really explain, it's gonna be next to Half-Life Alyx. It's not about liking, it's not about what you like, it's about how the game is. Like how is this game made? Is it the quality of this game pretty much? Like what does it have, all the features that you expect it to have, all the effects that should, are there any bugs, you know? So I do like this game a lot, so that's why it's gonna be between an S and an A. All right, let's move on to, we're almost done here, boys. We only got 2 more. We have Tilt Brush. Well, like it's not really a game. It's like a software by Google. Photoshop, but in VR. Tilt Brush lets you paint in a 3D space with virtual reality. That's basically what it is. You can create lots of different things. Everything you've seen on screen right now is stuff you can create, and it's so awesome, but it's also really hard. On Skillshare, you can actually find a class that can guide you through Tilt Brush. Yeah, I know. Skillshare costs money. Well, guess what? The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link down below in the description can get 1 month free premium access of Skillshare. Free. Yeah, free. But what is Skillshare? Deepen existing passions and get lost in creativity. It's curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes, so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. Skillshare is actually where I learned how to edit these videos right here that you're watching right now. And I also learned how to grow my YouTube channel on it, which by the way, this past year has gone pretty good. Yeah, and I have to give some of the credit to Skillshare. So anyway, overall, I'm gonna rate this A. A. Let's move on. We're at the last game now. Population 1. All right, so this, a lot of people have this game. A lot of people know what it is. It's a really popular game. It's a really good game. It's a battle royale in VR. I mean, you can't get any better than that, especially if you like battle royale. I like battle royale. If you don't like it, well, sorry. It's not just that though. They made it pretty good. You can climb, you can build. The guns are pretty good. I can't find anything wrong with it. I mean, they have a really good battle pass. Like skins are cool. Map is cool. It's always changing. They're always updating it. That's a really good thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna give it a solid S. If you guys like this video, make sure to go subscribe.